Assalamualaikum semua. Today we will discuss about mathematical modes for estimating earthquake casualties and damage caused through regression analysis using matrices. Written by J.J.
The aim of this study was to develop mathematical method for estimating earthquake casualties such as death, number of injured persons, affected family and total cost of damage. To quantify the direct damage from earthquake to human being and properties given, the magnitude, intensity, depth of focus, location of epicenter and time duration. The registration model were made. The researcher formulated model through registration analysis using matrices. The study considered 30 destructive earthquakes that hit the Philippines from the inclusive year 1968 to 2012. This study will be of great value in emergency planning, initiating and updating progress for earthquake hazard reduction in the Philippines, which is the earthquake-prone country.
Earthquakes are serious natural hazards in many parts of the world. It is sudden movement of the Earth's crust caused by release of stress accumulate along geologic faults or by volcanic activity. Past 2 decades ago, earthquakes have caused more than 1 million deaths, physical damage and injuries worldwide. Some of the countries have frequent seismic and volcanic activity, which result to a volume of casualties and enormous damage. Earthquake damage depend on unit area it hits. Major earthquake hitting those areas today could produce terrible damage.
So for today, I'll explain about the objective of the study. The main objective of the study was to formulate mathematical models through regression analysis using matrices to physically quantify the direct damage from the earthquakes to human beings and also things that given the duration, the intensity and also the depth of the earthquake itself. The models will be great value in planning, analyzing and also updating program for earthquake hazard reduction and emergency planning during earthquake in Philippines. The researchers use 2 types of variables, which is dependent and independent variables, to make models that assess casualties and also the cost of damage. After some verification, they obtained the significant relationship among variables. Multiple regression using matrices was then used to make models that will be estimate the casualties and also the cost of damage. Okay, so for the variables, we have to type first the independent variables, which is characteristic of the earthquake. We have 5. First is magnitude, the intensity, the depth of the focus, the location of the epicenter, and also the duration. For the dependent variables, we have 4. Dependent variables is the damage or casualty due to destructive earthquake. First one is death, second is injured, next number of families affected and also the cost of damage. Also for the next researchers, maybe they can add another dependent variables such as the number of death after 1 month, which include the duration. Okay, so that's all from me.
Based on the findings of the study, the assumption for multiple linear regression guided the researchers to formulate mathematical models that estimate the casualties and costs of damage of an earthquake event. The deviation from linearity guided them to know if there are significant relationships between the independent and also dependent variables. Since the assumption for linearity did not meet, the researchers decided to transform the dependent variables, and thus the mathematical models can be used to estimate earthquake casualties and costs of the damages.